All right, everybody, thanks for joining me on another video here for SyllaFX. So we are going to have a market recap for the week of October, ending October 14th, so this past Friday. Now in this video, I'm just going through the three main currency pairs that I typically monitor. That's going to be the euro dollar, the dollar yen, and the Aussie dollar. Those are the main pairs that I'm monitoring and setting up, charting up for the New York session that I mostly trade. Now, if you guys do like the content, if you want to get more information on my strategies, definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified as soon as I upload my analysis for the week coming up. There will be analysis. Try to do it every evening of the weekday when the market is actually open for what I'm looking for the upcoming London session and the New York session. So let's go ahead and jump through these charts here and see what we got going on. So first with the euro dollar, the way I usually mark up my chart is going to be starting off at the 4-hour chart. Now just for awareness, this line here is the mark of the start of the week for last Sunday, the 9th. So if you can see at the bottom here, we've got Friday and then jumps over to Sunday the 9th. So this just kind of indicate what we don't know as of yet if we were looking for a trade to be established. Now just to let you guys know as well, because most of my videos as far as the market recaps are going to be done on TradingView. Most people use TradingView. This is just for familiarity for most of the people that are going to be watching this type of content for analyzing the market. I use IG Forex as my broker here in the United States. So when I'm doing my live sessions or my market analysis with my students, that's going to be on IG's proprietary software or a proprietary platform that they offer to their clients. So I don't typically use TradingView, but so I'm still, I can do everything that I need to on the free version, as you can see. If you guys do use TradingView, if you're using something simple like support and resistance, supply and demand, and trend trading, you just need the free version. You don't need anything else. I don't use any indicators. I don't use anything more than the price, market structure, supply and demand, or support and resistance level, and that's basically it. That's what I use to chart up my currency pairs and when I'm looking for trades. So outside of that, let's jump right into it here. So we're on the euro dollar. Let's start at the 4-hour chart. So the support levels we got, support and resistance we got already established from here, and we added one here for this level because it bounced here, bounced here. Now this is all movement that's happened prior to this because we don't know any of this as of yet, as of October 9th. We got another support level established here and a little bit of a rejection and a bounce here. So these are all valid support levels on the major time frame for 4 hours. If we move down to the 1-hour chart, it becomes a little bit more prominent. So if we look back here, bounce here, price stays above there, comes here, rejects here. So all of these levels are pretty much valid levels. So now usually when I'm looking for a trade, I'm on the 15-minute chart. So let's jump into that and see what we got going on and see if there were any trades that would have been valid for me to take based on my strategies. Alright, so we are at Sunday. Remember, horizontal line, the start of the week, market open. So let's see what we have going on, if there was anything set up here. So actually right away I can see we got a supply level being established right around this area. So let's go ahead and move through this really quickly here. So we got a lot of movement, sell-off going on here, and we break this level and we break this level back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm looking for my supply level here for a sell position. I'm going to mark that all the way out. Alright, so now as far as the strategies that I go through this analysis and the market recap with, I go in a lot more detail on that on the SyllaFX course on SyllaFX.com, and this is also content that I go through with my students on the Discord group as well. You can check more information about that. The links will be in the description below. So let's see, we got sell-off going on here, pretty fast movement, and I set up my supply level up here. So what does it do? Price does come back up here, so it hits into that level. It doesn't necessarily go too deep into it, but this is a valid sell trade here. Got a little rejection. I would go ahead and take the position there. Now my stop loss always use stop loss, and it's something that I teach religiously in the course, because you don't want to trade without a stop loss. You're opening yourself to a world of hurt if you're trading that way. But some traders that are seasoned may do it that way, but that's not a strategy that I use at all. Not part of my trading rules. So stop loss is going to be right above the demand or the supply level that I have here, so about 10 pips. I would go ahead and move it to 12 just to be safe and give it a little bit more room to breathe. And if my stop loss is at 12, I'm going for a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, or a 1 to 3. So in this case, I'm going to go for just a 1 to 2. So that's 24 pips. And we're down here. So 24 pips would have been hit. This would have been a valid trade here. Could have went for a 1 to 3, and that would have been 36. That would have been hit as well. But we're going to keep this at 24 for the purposes of this recap. So supply level here, hit, valid trade, comes all the way down. So now you notice this is in more confluence to apply that we're looking for a sell position is we're below the support or the resistance level here. Price came back below it, rejected it really nicely, and then sold off to create the supply level up here. Comes back up to test it. We sell with the rest of the traders, the big traders that make this happen. So valid trade, winner there. Come here. Now we're just looking to see what the market does if it continues to trend down, if we're going to have a valid trade to continue with. And as you can tell, price stops here, stops here, stops here. We're not continuing the trend basically. So we're kind of getting a little bit of a support level forming. Go ahead and mark that all the way up here. So let's see what happens with price. Bounce, bounce, comes back up to the supply level, rejects the major level up here. Bounce. I don't see anything valid that I would have taken at this point here. Pretty much just a lot of consolidation, doesn't know what it wants to do. So we move right along. Now the support level, this is just a temporary level, not a major level. It's not one that I would typically take a trade off of. So price breaks it below here and then comes right back above it to test it again, move up. If you notice, we're still stuck in this little range. I'm gonna leave it there. So price is in this little area here, right? So what happens once it comes back up above this level? We have a nice bounce here, and then we have a buys. A lot of buys coming in and hits the ceiling here at this temporary resistance. Now, what I see here is a demand level being formed. So what I'm going to do is draw my demand right at the bottom of that candle there. Now you see the demand level is pretty much right above the support level that we previously had. So, and this is just using irrelevant of support and resistance. This is just supply and demand as I see it forming. A lot of buys going on, comes back down, testing that level, and this is a valid buy position here that I would take. Let's go ahead and mark that up. So got a little rejection. Right when it breaks above this last candle is where I would take it here. So stop loss, always use a stop loss. We're going to put it below the wick here and give it a little bit more room, about 12 pips. And of course we're going for that 24, right? And right at this point here. So it's kind of right above this ceiling, this temporary ceiling that we created because price was consolidating. But still a winner. So now what does price do? Breaks above this temporary support level. It didn't quite reach the major resistance, but what does price do? Comes all the way back down to that demand level again and gives us a clear rejection. This is a buy position all day. So we're going to take another buy position here after that candle closes. Stop loss below the wick, 13 pips. Let's do 14 pips just to be safe. So 14 pips, 1 to 2 risk reward ratio is 28 pips. So we're going to mark it here, and we have another winner. So we already got like 3 trades on the euro dollar already for the week, and I would be happy with that for the week, to be honest. Now what does price do? Let's go ahead and finish up the week here. Price goes all the way up and actually busts right through the resistance level, comes back, bounces off of it, goes back up. Now at this point, what I would be looking for is buys. Now, when something like this happens, I'm hoping a clear trend will be establishing. So we have a support level now because price goes right back above it. And I'm hoping when it comes back down to test it, I would see some rejection of that level. Unfortunately, we don't get that. Price comes right back below it without any issue, just sells right off and comes right back down to that demand level that we previously traded. Now here, I'm not taking this trade because I already took that demand level twice. So let's keep moving over. Comes into our support level we had before. Rejects here. I'm not taking this because it's not a major support level. Doesn't apply to my rules. Comes up. We're consolidating again. A lot of choppiness here. Don't see anything that would have been valid. Support level is still holding a little bit. Price does break below it, but it just fakes it out. It comes right back above and then bounces off of it again. So comes back, buys up, still in consolidation area. I don't see anything valid that I would have taken here. All of this. Now, I would have looked for a demand level here actually. So I see a lot of buy happening and it breaks these highs and comes all the way up to these resistance levels. So my demand level would be here, right across there. So now, as I did before, wait for price to come back down and test. Reject the level, the demand level, for me to take a buy position. As you can see here, we don't get that, so I don't take a buy. Price just pours right through that level, all the way down to the previous major level that we had drawn before. A lot of rejection here, a lot of rejection here, comes right back up and just keeps going and going and going. Now, all of this I would have honestly missed. I wouldn't have took any of this trade here because I'm pretty sure this happened when news came out. And when news happens, my trading strategy goes completely out of the window. I don't care how accurate it seems and looks like it's doing. If you're still like within an hour or two of the news, I'm not trading it. I'm just letting price do what it needs to do, and I'll wait for another setup to happen. So all of this I would have missed, unfortunately. So price comes all the way up. This is a major level here now. But what does price do? Just keeps going right through it. No problem. So once I see this happening, I'm looking for price to come back down, bounce off of it, retest, and as soon as I see those signals, those wicks, then I would take a buy. What happens? We don't get that. Oh well. The market's going to do what it wants to do. You can just wait and see what it needs to do and trade with it, basically. Comes back to another major level, rejects. We're not making any new highs, so this is a clear sign that we're either going to consolidate in this area or just sell off again. I don't see anything valid. I would have actually... So we're not making any new highs. We're below the resistance level, the major level here. And you see this sell-off that happens right here? At this point, I'm looking for a supply level. Right here. Boom. So, what does price do? It takes quite a while to come back up to it, honestly. Wouldn't have really expected that, but price does come back to that supply level, and this is a valid sell position. So, comes all the way back up, and you see that nice rejection that happens at the top here, and I'm going to go ahead and take a sell. So, stop loss above the wick. We have about 13 pips, 12 pips or so. I'm going to make it 14 just to give it a little bit breathing room. And if I'm stop lossing at 14, I'm aiming 1-to-2 ratio, 28 pips. And we hit that pretty immediately. Good trade. Could have been a 1-to-3, almost maybe a 1-to-4 possibly, but we're just sticking to 1-to-2s here. Take your profits and go. And then it comes back down to a major level. It just does whatever it wants to it. So this is probably going to get removed later because it doesn't seem to be holding up, doesn't seem to be valid anymore at this point. And the rest of this is just choppiness. I don't see anything that would set up. So just to recap on the week for the euro dollar, we had 1, 2, 3, and 1 right here. So we had 4 valid trades we could have taken this week alone on the euro dollar. Now this video is actually going kind of long for just analyzing the euro dollar, so we're going to go ahead and stop it here for for this specific currency pair. This is the one that I mostly trade anyway, so I might have monitored the other ones and see what trades would have been on those. I might think about doing recaps on those other currency pairs, but we've already been on this for quite some time. So again, just a reminder, if you like the content on this channel, definitely subscribe to it and hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified once I upload new content, whether it's a market analysis for the prior week or if I'm analyzing for the upcoming sessions. I'm going to try to put out market analysis for every evening, every weekday evening, for the upcoming London and New York sessions. And just a reminder, if you guys want to learn how I trade my trading strategies, and this is very simple, very basic. As you can see, no indicators, support and resistance level, look for my supply and demand levels, and then trade off of price action and market structure. Literally it. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely check out SyllaFX.com. The link will be in the description below. You can go through the course there, or you can even just sign up for the VIP students group for SyllaFX, and this is a Discord-based community that I do offer as well. Now, if you do sign up for the Discord group as a student, you will basically be able to join me on live market analysis. This will be held every Sunday evening, Tuesday evenings, and Thursday evenings. As of right now, I believe we're going to do those at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to analyze the market for the upcoming London and New York sessions. And also, I will also have a live trading session every Friday. This will be during the New York session. I may do some London, but primarily it's going to be the New York session for Fridays that I would trade live with my students. So just for awareness as well, because this is all for educational purposes to teach you how to trade for yourself. The course is there to teach you how to trade for yourself. In the Discord group and the live sessions, if you sign up to be a student as well, we're going to go through the course content and explain everything that I teach in my strategies and my rules. This is not a signals group. This is not a signals channel. I don't provide you trades to tell you what to trade and when to trade it. I educate and provide the strategies that I use, the risk management that I implement, and the trading rules that I follow. I trade based on my decision, and you should as well. This is not for signals. This is to teach you how to trade. So if you do want to join the group, please keep that in mind. Again, live sessions, going to host those about 3 times a week, including the live session for trading on Friday that I will be doing. So if you guys are interested in that, again, SyllaFX.com, check that out. Subscribe to the channel. If you got any questions, comment below. You can also reach me on the Twitter page and Instagram. All links are on the video as well and in the description below. So if you guys are interested, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.